Shalom, Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by CRQ-SM. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel brothers, and up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is titled CRQ-SM, okay, which goes into credit rating, cool, or social management, which is basically the great reset, okay, the coming great reset of the financial system, which, you know, we've been saying it for some time now, that they're going to require people to get over, or they're going to require people to make certain precautions in order to navigate with this society, okay. Now this is serious, man, because secretly, you know, this went over a lot of people's head when Biden signed that whole digital assets bill bill back in March 9th of this year, which is to be implemented December 13th. Okay, now we're gonna see how it's gonna go, because, you know, Esau, he's subtle, so I mean, it can go that way, but we'll have to really see. But regardless of it, it's already signed into Congress, so they've already voted on it. It's already gonna be mandated. And the 3 to 5 days, they can totally do away with the whole credit system. Like in India, I believe they told them like around 8 o'clock at night, and then by 12 o'clock that same day, or 12 o'clock at midnight, the whole system just totally reset. Now they're under digital-based currency, okay? And it's going to be a similar fashion here in Babylon the Great, because shit, I mean, look at the Goyim, look at the sheep here. These people, they willing to do anything for a buck, okay? Because this is so-called the home of the free, the land of the brave. You know, this is the land of the pristine, which these people are not pristine by far. Okay, these are some of the most degradable people on the planet. Okay, and they know that. But regardless with that, with this coming social system, they're gonna basically monitor your credit scores based on your behaviors, on if you buck up against this system or not. Like the lady was breaking down, she said that you have what they call C accounts. And Lord's will, I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna actually put the video in it. And I'll actually go a little bit more and thorough with it, because sometimes in the morning my brain doesn't retain a lot of shit. But she was basically going into like C accounts on how the average person could only get up into 1,000 credits, which is pretty much for the lower class or the common citizen. And you have certain benefits and certain perks, and you can't own things with value assets over 5,000 credits, meaning that you can only have basically $5,000. And when that devil Klaus Schwab said you will own nothing and be happy about it, that's exactly what he was talking about, man. Okay? So with that being said, brothers, this is the time that the Lord say he's gonna draw near to them that's on the earth. He's gonna visit this place. Because I mean, this is the real deal. Okay, this money system, they getting ready to reset it. Like they kept saying, the great reset. And the whole point being of the C-19 coming into fruition to scare people into taking this thing. Hey man, it's gonna be based on social behaviors, man. Okay, like they got a movie called Minority Report. Basically, Minority Report dealt with being able to detect if your personality or some type of psychological stresses behind your character will be susceptible of creating a crime before it happens, and they'll come and arrest your ass, man. Basically a social credit system, man. Okay, and that's what Esau Edom is setting up on the left-hand side. Why? Because he's playing the Most High. But see, the good thing about it for us, bros, is that we ain't got that long to go. Because when things get so tight to the point that we can't speak the word anymore, you already know Yahweh Shai, they're going to intervene in affairs of men, man. Okay, they're going to intervene in this thing. Okay, the Lord is going to definitely intervene and save his elect. Okay, because men like us, we're not going to have good credit scores. I'm going to just tell you that right now. Okay, because nothing, yeah, Brother Demolition Man too as well. They had a social credit score. Basically, if you said a cuss word or some type of obscenity, you would get fined. Like my man Simon Phoenix, which was played by the Wesley Snipes. He wasn't coded, meaning that he wasn't put in the system. He didn't have the MOTB, so to speak. So he really couldn't be, I mean, he had it, but he really couldn't be tamed because he wasn't really an official member of their society. But John Spartan was coded, meaning he had the MOTB because he had to work for the police force. Now, I remember when he went to this computer thing and he was talking to the computer and he was cursing, and as he was cussing, they was finding him, but they didn't never say his name. And then he said, "What? Fuck you." And then they gave him They gave him a fine, and then after the third fine, they called the cops on his ass, man. Then he was like, yeah, right. And then he cursed again, and then the cops was literally right there. And he said, damn, fuckers are fast too. I mean, they showed up within a minute. Okay, so that's how it's gonna be, man. You speaking out against the system, the society, they gonna come get your ass, man. So yeah, brothers, man, we gonna need some spiritual power in the days coming, bro. But it's gonna get exciting though, because this is the time that we actually gonna feel alive, man, because we're entering into a new uncharted territories. Like, I always like to give the analogy of swimming in a lake or ocean or a pool. You know, once you become an Olympic swimmer, you can swim in any body of water, okay? But now we're in river waters, and river waters are barely penetrable because of the currents. So now, brothers, this is time. The Lord is going to throw us out there in the ocean, man. And he's like, look, man, y'all been learning to swim. You got to take the floaties off now. And, you know, you got to go out there and do it. Now, if you drown, I got you, you know, but you got to still go out there and put forth the effort. Because remember, when the Lord walked on the water, and then they thought it was a spirit, but then it was Yahweh Shai. Then Peter was like, damn, can I come to you, Lord? Lord, like, yeah, come on out here. So Peter, man, he started walking on water. He actually was doing it. And all of a sudden, he began to doubt because, you know, the turbulence of the winds and so forth, which represents our hell we catch, he started to doubt, because a lot of times when brothers are catching hell and they're being put in the fire too long and there's no type of redacting or pulling you out, a lot of times, man, that over trial could destroy you if the Lord don't get you out of there in time. You know, but the scriptures also say that the Lord ain't gonna put none on us that we can't bear either. So keeping that in mind too as well, brothers, that hey man, the Lord, he's gonna be with us, but you know, it's gonna get real fast out here. This thing that we're seeing every day is getting ready to change, because I'm gonna tell you like this, a lot of these people in these red states, which believes me that is gonna be a lot of successes throughout the United States, because the red states, they're not gonna go for that social credit shit, man. I mean, they will go for it, but a lot of these people, they're too entitled, they're proud, okay? They're those constitutionalists. And you already know how these fucking guppies out here feel about their amendments, man, their rights, especially with their gun rights, man. It's gonna be some shit. So they got to come up with the perfect scenario to get people to play ball with them, because they ain't just gonna, man, please. That's when these Babylonians gonna buck up, when you start affecting their ability to live like a bunch of demons, man. Okay? Because Esau wants order on the left-hand side, and it's really to weed out the men of the Lord. Okay, he wants the men of the Lord because he's able to target us easier that way. Because it's he don't want us to get the kingdom, man. You know, so it's a competitive type thing. And brothers that's very competitive in the spirit, whether it be sports and video games or anything in your worldly endeavors, man, think of it as a competition. This man is trying to stop you from beating the board, and bro, we can't go. Like when you got that video game, you were just so determined to flip. We used to call we flipped it already, meaning we finished it. Man, look, you gotta take this like that, man. You can't leave, you can't lose. Because if you get gamed over and you run out of lives, then you out of there. You gotta start from the beginning. And the beginning is your ass being reborn in the kingdom. You know, getting destroyed. So you don't want to be like Mario, man, and you game over. No, you know, you want to win it. You gotta go. And this may be a terrible analogy, but matter of fact, now I'm gonna switch it up. The Lord gotta come save his princess, man. All right, we the princess. Mario is Yahweh Shai, man. You gotta come save us, man. You know, I was gonna say we gotta go save the princess, which we do, you know. I mean, honestly speaking, shit, the Lord gonna save us, and through us, our women gonna be saved, man. The righteous ones. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But regardless of that, man, you know, this social credit system is coming, and they're gonna start judging people based on their behaviors, what they say. This is why they're cracking down on all this free speech stuff. They don't want anybody speaking out against this system, man, because they know they're exposed. Okay, they've caught. People have been suing them. Okay, all these government organizations are totally being exposed. So Esau now he's blowing smoke up everybody's ass. You know, like they're talking about the 2035 agenda, 2030. Nah, buddy, you need to slow your roll, bro, because you ain't gonna make it that far. Lord's will. I hope not. You know. Because, you know, we didn't think Esau was going to make it to 2020, but this motherfucker made it, man. But it was in the Lord's will. But honestly speaking, brothers, I don't see this man making it out of this decade. You know, I don't see him making it out of this decade, especially with the way that they're doing things now. They're speeding up, and this social credit shit is getting ready to go into implementation, this digital shit, man. So when they make this dollar digital, it's just a matter of time before something happens, before they end up breaking everything down. But even with that being said, before December, if they really serious about this thing, then they gonna have to do something before December. I mean, something bad's gotta happen from now up until that point. We don't know what, but something definitely can happen, whether a war break out, another war on American soil, or a civil war. Something has got to happen for this shit to really be made manifest to what it's going to be, man. So we got to keep our heads on the spiritual swivels, brothers, because it's getting ready to go down, all right? And all this folly, all this wickedness, all this shit people been talking about us, we're getting ready to test that chin this day. Lord getting ready to test a lot of chins out there, and a lot of you ain't going to stand up to the punch, man. All right, and we got to pray that we don't get knocked out in the first round. That's embarrassing, man. Scriptures say that, hey, you got to count the cost to those that's sufficient to finish it. And if you don't finish it, then you get mocked. All right, and I don't want to be mocked. Brothers don't want to be mocked, especially in the kingdom. We don't want our heads down, man. We want to rule. So we got to go through this, man, and we got to make it out on the right side. But anyway, Malak Atazamam, Romans 13:11, it says, and that knowing the time that it is now to wake up out of sleep. That's right, brother, for our salvation is nearer than what we believe. Yeah, Jake out here playing games. You still got camps out there saying, oh, I don't believe that. Well, don't believe it until it come knocking at your front door. You know, because a lot of you guys, man, you just really in this thing. You just in it for money and for fame. You ain't really in this because you're concerned about the flock, man. You know, because if you was really concerned about the prophecies, you would have been speaking on this thing. But we understand that the Lord has a division in Israel. That's how it's supposed to be. Even among the churches, people say, oh, why can't y'all get along? Because we're not supposed to get along on this side. We're supposed to rebuke them sharply so that they may be sound in the faith. That's what the scriptures say. Okay? So if the scriptures say that, then that's what it is. Sirach 4:28, it says, strive for the truth unto death, right? For the Lord shall fight for thee, right? So if you're putting your best foot forward, Yahweh Shai gonna fight for us, man. He know that it's gonna get hard for brothers to navigate, get food, feed their families, work a job, you know, and do, because he know, man, we don't have the type of compliance system, spirit for this place, man. That's why a lot of them, they gonna come and try to detain a lot of us, man, because they know once they put this shit in place, we gonna still be teaching to some degree. I mean, I don't know how we gonna get taken off the streets eventually, but regardless of that, man, you know, we'll know when it's time to shut down the operation. But we're gonna still be finding ways to teach and get this word out there. You know, now we ain't gonna be stupid, but nonetheless, we are gonna have to oppose this system. One way or form, we're gonna directly have to come up against it. You know, it ain't gonna be no hide in the corner no more, man. It's either you gonna stand for it or you not. GMS in his likeness. Shalom, brother. Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. That's right, brothers. You know, Bayan Yasharala, Revelation 3 and 11, it says, behold, I come quickly, and hold fast which thou hadst, that no man take thy crown. Right? All right, it ain't worth losing your crown over this weak ass system. It's just not worth it. I understand they're gonna make things hard for us, but you got to understand what's more important: the material things you got, you know, the family and friends you have versus the Lord. Because remember, whatever we lose, we gonna get back. And really, you ain't losing anything, man, because everything you attach to is nothing but you're nothing but slave to it anyway, man. And that's the whole point. Esau wants to encapsulate your mindset. He wants you to be engrafted and enslaved by this system. And it's just some of us are going to refuse to do that. You know, I know I'm not doing it. The Lord's spirit be on me. But regardless of that, we got to be in that spirit, brothers. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all, may the Lord be with you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.